everybody? It's Soren Baker here on Unique Access Entertainment. Always thank you guys for watching, and make sure you hit the subscribe button down there. As you guys know, it's free to do and help us keep growing so we can keep bringing you guys these great interviews with all the legends and icons in the game. And of course, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff. Today, we have the honor and privilege of being joined by MC Eiht, coming back for another interview. So thank you very much, Eiht, for your time, coming through again to Unique Access.
It's all good, Soren. You know how we do it. Official.
Yes, yes. So you got the new album, Lessons.
Lessons just dropped today, man. Real excited about it. 20 tracks on the project. Just a project that I've been working on for a minute. Just trying to keep in tune with what's going on with hip hop right now, and but trying to keep that old school flavor. So I got together with a couple of my buddies, and we got in the studio, me, Chill, my boy Rob T, Jimbo, and we got with the producers. Shout out Furhan, my boy D.A.'s, Hermanata, Chill, and we just banged the tracks out, man. So we just put out Lessons, man. So that's what you got.
Yeah. Now, of course, the lead single that you had was the Honcho with Premier and Conway the Machine. So, of course, you and Premier have known each other since the 80s, toured together and all that stuff, and then Which Way Is West, where you guys did a lot more work. So what makes you and Premier work so well together all the way here in 2020?
Man, just the friendship, I guess, just the mutual respect, for being hip hop veterans, or so to speak, having that love for each other as far as music is concerned, and a true friendship. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing Primo for a long time. So just to be able to still connect with him on the basis of having that deep rooted, long-term friendship. Primo's a dude that I can just reach out to on any type of basis. And I could send him tracks. I could send him songs to scratch on, if I need him to mix. He never gives me that cold shoulder, so to speak, or that, too big for a nigga type thing. So I appreciate, being able to still have that connection with Primo, and still to be able to put out music that, people respect as far as, what I do. So shout out to Primo, rest in peace, Guru, Gangster, all that.
Yeah, and then on Honcho too, as you guys did early on in the game with Contest Most Wanted, there's a lot of scratching. So I wanted you to explain why scratching, since you guys first came out all the way till today, is so important to you as far as, making the music sound the way it does.
That's just the love for the DJ. I've always felt that a DJ has been an integral part of hip hop as music is concerned, MC to DJ, so I have a deep respect for DJs, and I grew up on that era of scratching and mixing and blending and whatever. So when I hear songs that, don't necessarily need hooks or whatever, I'm always the first to want to incorporate a DJ on scratching on the hooks or whatever, because like you said, that was a big part of Compton's Most Wanted's upbringing, because in that hip hop era, the DJ was very much so a part of the group. I had DJ Slip, DJ Mike T, DJ Premier, all the DJs I've met over the course of the years in hip hop, DJ Jazzy Jeff, DJ Ready Red, DJ at Latin, DJ Crazy Tune, rest in peace. So my thing is, man, the DJ is half of the unit. And if you a true hip hop connoisseur, then that DJing is very, essential when putting together good hip hop records. I know people put hooks on their songs or whatever now, but I came up from the era of the true DJ and the true MC. So it's always firsthand for me to want to get those songs and connect with DJs, so to speak. So that's why I wanted to include it. And with the Honcho single, it was just a perfect combination. As soon as I heard the track, first thing I thought about was some of that, world-class premier scratching, the way he cuts up songs and makes the hooks for you out of the cuts he scratches. So yeah, I just wanted to incorporate him on that song.
Okay. And then with Conway, one of the things I know from being around you over the years and stuff, but you get love from people that came out before you and to the people that are still coming out today. So with Conway, how did you guys do the song? Did you guys do it in person? Did you do it over the computer? And what was his reaction getting with you?
Well, basically, I've been paying attention to Griselda. I mean, I've been on about West Side Gun, listened to some of his stuff. Uh, I got put on Benny the Butcher, so I was listening to a lot of his stuff. And then from listening to them two, I ran across the Conway thing, and I started listening to Conway maybe about a year and a half ago. So it's one of them underground kings, man. Like I consider myself. So when Primo worked with him last year, they did a song called Loyalty. Like, man, I need to reach out and get with Conway. So I just basically hit him up. And as soon as I hit him, he recognized who I was. We chopped it up for a minute, exchanged numbers, and then I told him I was working. I had a project that I was working on, and the song was perfect. So I figured, like, man, I need you to scratch on this song. So when I gave it to Primo and I told him that I was trying to get Conway on it, he said, man, that's going to be perfect. So once we got that accomplished, I told Conway, yeah, man, I need you to, I'm gonna send you the track, and Primo gonna scratch on it. And once he heard that, he was like, man, that's a done deal. So that's how we came up with it. I sent him the track, and maybe like a day later, he sent me the song back. And I like dudes who respect it like that. Some cats, you'll send them some shit, they have you waiting a month, but dudes who are really about their shit, he got on it like that instantly. So shout out to Conway, man, because a lot of dudes didn't have to reach out or get down on the project. And that's what I like to do. I think, because of the long standing that I've had in hip hop or whatever, that it's gotten to a point to where it's just respect for each other. And, a lot of cats work with each other like that, just out of respect. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the other collaborations that I really like starts off the album, To Get Money with Be Real, which plays off the How I Could Just Kill a Man with Cypress Hill. So
Exactly.
that song is probably one of my favorites. And as somebody, you and I have talked a lot about this over the years, but being a music connoisseur, I really loved how crisp and separated the sonics were on that song in particular. So how did you guys find that sonically the mixing worked out so well on that song and the entire album, really?
Shout out to my boy Chill and Rob T. They put their foot in on the mixing on this record. You know, basically, man, I look for when I do songs, man, I'm very particular about the music I pick. I'm not just the typical, average beat, grabber. This beat or this beat. I really sit down and I really sit down and I analyze music, and I'm just not gonna just take the simplicity, whatever. It's got to be something that really grabs me. So in listening to music, I always look for them sounds and them bass lines and them chords that I think is gonna really grab people on the aspect of trying to make a good song, not just trying to get in the booth and rap and say whatever. I look to make good songs. So I got that song. I actually had that track for a while, and because of the complexity, I just didn't know what to do with it. And then when I started working on lessons, when I heard that sound, it automatically made me think of Cypress Hill, Soul Assassins type of shit. So I sent it to Be Real and said, man, what you think about this beat? And shit, he sent vocals back like 2 days later. So that's what I said. when people hear that music and they know it grabs them, it's undeniable. And then sometimes all that just blends together with mixing and mastering. You just got to have everything on point, the clarity of the music. So I really stress on that about having songs, not just getting in the booth and rapping over everything or anything somebody sends me as far as tracks are concerned. I'm very musically inclined as what it comes to what I speak over. So that's how I try to choose my music. And when it comes to mixing, it don't matter who it is as far as the mixer or whatever, but if they have that edge and they got that sound, and Chill sat in the studio with me while I recorded lessons, and he recorded majority of the songs. So it was natural for him. He already had the ear to hear the song and know what we was on. So I just felt like it was a perfect match. Why go out of the camp with it? Primo mixed the Honcho song because he puts his foot in on mixing. He mixed the Which Way Is Best record. So, but Chill being there every day with me in the studio, he was able to, adapt and pick up on the sound as well. So I think that's why the mixing turned out pretty good.
Okay. And then also, this is something I think is important for people to understand that, yes, you are a rapper, but you're also so musically inclined. So I wanted you to explain, and what is it about you that enables you to be able to switch those hats and be able to really focus on the music while, okay, we're done with the rapper. We haven't even done that yet, but really understanding the music part of it, that's a whole other dimension that a lot of artists, I think, don't really do.
I think just being able to try to spearhead my projects over the years, or being in the driver's seat or whatever, not being not being tied into none of the big hats or whatever, shout out Dre, Snoop, Cube, have you. I've just been always a dude that's been on my own as far as with music. So it gives me the chance to really just sit there and focus on what I think is good music, as far as just somebody handing me a beat and I'm having to rap over it just because I'm sitting in that seat of just, hey, you just play the position, you just a rapper, you just sit there, I'm real hands-on when it comes to the music and the mixing, sitting in the studio, analyzing, would this beat work, would this music work, because it's just not all about just boom bap and then spitting a verse, you know. You have to really be in tune with what you might think the fans might like, or what's the era, or what's going on in the times as far as music is concerned. So I've always had that role to want to be more hands-on as far as the music concerned. I don't want to just show up to the studio and a motherfucker that made a beat and then I go in there and then it's done. I want to put my contribution. So I listen for records. I go pick up records and just listen to records, or I listen to different sounds, listen to jazz music, listen to gospel music, listen to R&B. I might even put on some Steely Dan or Aerosmith or some shit like that, because I just like to listen to music to find different sounds and what might fit with my type of songs, because I think that I'm trying to create more than just a simple rap song. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think one other song on Lessons, or another song on Lessons, that does a great job of that is the Can't Nobody with Cocaine, because that one is super smooth. And as you've done
Right.
with Compton's Most Wanted, but then also in your solo career, you have such sonic variance throughout the albums. So with Can't Nobody, how do you find pulling off lyrically over something that's super smooth like that, to where Cocaine can get on it and do what he does?
I've always been I've always liked, groovy type of melodies, I'm a melody type of dude. So when I listen to songs, I try to find songs that are outside the box of just the regular hip hop track. Um I like to find melodies that I think will work inside our genre of hip hop music, man. So I come from the era of the drum machine and the boom bap, the snare, the whatever. But if you've listened to my records over the years, you've always heard that I kind of go a different way than everybody else as far as their music. I like a lot of smooth, slow grooves. I like a lot of descriptive shit in my verses. I like to talk to you and explain, and I like to tell stories. So I feel I like to match that music up, like as if I'm in a movie scene, creating a movie soundtrack, and you got to fit those pieces into those different scenes. So that's what I try to do with my music. I get different songs, or I'll go out and I'll get different songs from different cats and I'll listen to them. And I just try to imagine, what this song is about or what era this song is and who would fit perfectly. And I've never really done a song with cocaine. So when I got this track and I heard it and the melody was so smooth, the first thing I thought about was I need somebody to blow on here. And since I never did a song with cocaine, and he's known for that, he's one of those original crooners, one of those originals that people know his distinctive sound. So I wanted that as far as this record Can't Nobody was concerned. I wanted something distinctive. So Chill reached out to Coca, we hit him up, sent him the track, and he came back with a masterpiece, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's one of my favorites on the album. And even though it doesn't exactly sound like or super remind me, it just made me think all the way back to It's a Compton thing with Late Night Hype or with Doug Sick, or even in a different way, Straight Up Menace, where you have the smoother, you have the rugged stuff that you're obviously very famous for, but then you also have this whole other lane that I think also showcases what you guys do so well. So that one just really stood out to me.
Be sure to check out The History of Gangster Rap by Soren Baker. He's official.
History of Gangster Rap features exclusive interviews with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg, MC Ren, the D.O.C, and dozens of others. The History of Gangster Rap, a definitive look at how Los Angeles changed rap forever.
In Los Angeles, the streets definitely set the tone of the hip-hop music.
At 19, I got a $50,000 car.
My whole angle always was, I'll be street, but I will always tell you the horrors that go along with this life.
There will be penalties and casualties for just wearing the wrong color in somebody's neighborhood.
And once gangster rap made it from the streets to the TV, the genre exploded.
With Fab 5 on Yo MTV Raps with NWA.
Yo MTV, it just catapulted us from being local heroes to national gangbang rappers.
The History of Gangster Rap discusses it all from 1980 up till today.
It's always gonna be shit happening in the streets. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something to talk about.
The History of Gangster Rap in stores now.